With the devastating defeat of the Labyrinth Master, our boy has finally managed to beat the highest difficulty level in this game, a game known as Abyss of the Labyrinth. The whole speedrun, absolutely exhilarating for him, all thanks to the intense challenge this higher difficulty threw his way, and the fact that it was his own critical thinking, his own strategy that led him to victory. Yeah, he's on cloud nine. Now, he's getting so full of himself, he's already planning to build a whole career out of it, uploading strategy videos on YouTube like he's the next god tier pro. But then, just as the screen fades, another difficulty unlocks. Only this time, the game throws out something completely unprecedented. Developer difficulty. Before diving in, he's given the chance to pick a new special ability, something he's never even seen before. Being the mage class lover he is, of course he picks mage again. Only difference? This time he dumps all his stat points into one attribute: intelligence. He hits confirm. And suddenly, a blinding light envelops the apartment building. Next thing he knows, he's getting grilled by some random-ass NPC. Dude doesn't even remember snorting anything, so why the hell is he hallucinating? But this ain't no trip, because the NPC throws him down hard enough to cause real pain. And that pain? It's the wake-up call. This is real. His neck's chained up, just like the rest of the slaves lined up near the portal. And up on that stage, some old man starts dropping context bombs left and right. Everyone here's a criminal. Everyone's been given a wand, and they're all expected to enter the labyrinth. Why? Because the labyrinth offers a shot at redemption. Make it out alive, and the money you earn inside buys your freedom. You even get a shot at joining the guy's magic academy. But our boy, he knows this scenario way too well. Too well to feel anything remotely close to comfortable. Because it's the same damn game. Only now, he's stuck in it, with no way out. The entry process starts. 4 of them, grouped together, get shoved through a terrifying tunnel. The air is thick with dread. And while everyone else is shuddering in fear, our boy is still asking himself, how the hell did I end up in this shitty situation? He checks his body. It's Calum, the same character he created himself. And the scariest part? This place, this no man's land they're standing in, is crawling with monsters. Big ones, small ones, doesn't matter. Every last one of them wants a bite of human meat. If he doesn't figure something out fast, he's dead. So he starts gauging the squad. One's a scared fat dude. The other looks like a damn molester. And the elf girl? She's the type to hide behind the MC the moment trouble shows up. It's a squad of oddballs. But that creepy molester guy? He definitely takes the cake with that weird-ass laughter. Our boy's pretty sure they're all doomed. Still, he tries to rally them. Give them a sliver of hope. Tell them they might survive. If they stop panicking. But of course, the fatty breaks ranks, bolts like a wild kid on a sugar high. Calum already knows what's coming. Cue the growling. Cue the spear slicing through flesh. A green, hairless bastard ends the fat one in a flash. Molester guy doesn't even get to fight. Spear to the skull. Gone, just like that. Only the elf girl's left. She drops to her knees, watching brains splatter across stone. The goblins don't even give them a second to grieve. They're already charging again. This isn't how it was supposed to go. A goblin leaps, its blade just nanoseconds away from slicing through Calum's neck. And then, time stops. A miracle. No, plot armor. Actually, it's the ability he got after clearing the last level. Freeze time, 60 seconds. Everything halts, even the goblin in mid-swing. Calum stares at the blade hanging right over his neck. Barely escaped death. But time's ticking, and there's a catch. Every move costs 1 action point. 3 moves, and time resumes. He's already lost 1 just by lifting his wand to block. He's stuck, not enough to dodge, not enough to counter. Then, he realizes something. Speaking doesn't cost action points. He can cast spells with his voice. So, he uses 2 more points to lift the wand. And with his final point, fireball! Time resumes. And the fireball explodes into existence. Flames erupt everywhere. Every enemy in range, incinerated. The elf girl just stares, shaking, in awe. The threat's neutralized. For now. But damn, that blade came close. Bro genuinely thought he was about to meet the heavens. He's just glad he didn't die like those 2 dumbasses. Panic gets you killed. And everything so far? Exactly how it played out in the game. Which means If this world runs by game rules, then no one knows how to beat it better than he does. He's gonna make it out. He knows it. He crawls to the bodies, loots them. They won't be needing that gear. Then turns to the timid elf girl, who's still trembling. He asks what spell her wand uses. She stammers, says it's lightning shock, but she panicked, didn't use it. He figured she was a lost cause, but hey, something's better than nothing. He gives her a quick lecture, tells her if she freezes again, they're both dead. Time to move. Time to find the exit. He doesn't care if it's gods or devs pulling the strings. He's gonna flex every bit of game knowledge he has and make it through. Years ago, the labyrinth changed. A violent eruption tore through its structure, monsters poured out, mages and adventurers were slaughtered. Now, the labyrinth is training a new class of fighters, the exploration mages. The system is simple. Throw a slave in the labyrinth. If they survive, they're free. However, even though Callum knows about the original game's flow, he hasn't confirmed yet if this world follows the same logic. So, he stays sharp, focused. His newest partner, the elf girl, introduces herself as Yrniel and thanks him for all his support. Both of them travel along, and Yrniel curiously asks about Callum's composed demeanor, especially considering that he talked to people back on the slave ship. That question? It hits like a lightning bolt, because it means the people on the ship already know about his real identity. Now he's got to be even more careful. The elf rattles on, revealing she was raised in a fairy forest. Her backstory? It's rough. The poor girl took up an errand job, not realizing it was secretly a drug-dealing business. Apparently, this chick was cooking meth with Walter White. Long story short, she got framed and couldn't pay the fine. And just like that, straight into slavery. Hilariously, our boy doesn't appreciate her continuous yapping, even though he knows she's only doing it to distract herself from fear. He tells her to stay quiet for a moment. Then it happens. A sudden system notification. A 60-second countdown. But here's the kicker. Callum thinks he triggered a trap, activating his time-freezing ability. Except, the countdown keeps going. While everything's frozen, he uses the moment to analyze the situation. Generally, traps on the first floor are infamous for using walls as weapons. Good news, no problems on Yrniel's side. She didn't hit anything. Callum checks his wall, spends one action point, nothing there either. Ceiling? Looks clear. With those eliminated, the trap likely lies in the floor. Let's break it down. There are 4 major types of floor traps on the first level. First up, the classic, rising spike trap. Straightforward, deadly. Second, the detonating nail bomb, think grenade, but with nails. Third is the gas trap, puts you to sleep, leaves you monster chow. Fourth, the pit trap, drops you straight into floor 2. No recovery. Now here's the twist. His hourglass ability wouldn't have triggered unless it detected a real threat. Which means the spikes? Off the table. They're not fatal enough. But while he's deep in thought, the clock's running down. 5 seconds left, he's out of time. Callum makes a choice, lifts his foot and slams it down on another block. Just in time, too. His turn ends, action points spent, cooldown starts, and yeah, the clumsy elf trips over him. Except it wasn't an accident. Callum just saved her life. He reveals that she stepped on the trap. The nail bomb. The moment he moves, nails explode. Serious injuries? That's why he swapped positions with her. The trap's pressure-based. It needs weight. Yrniel's freaking out now, panicking. Callum reminds her of the barrel they passed earlier. She remembers. He tells her to run and get it. Fast. She dashes off, promising to return. While she's gone, Callum reflects. Every trap has a counter. For pressure mines, a heavy object will do. He figures 10 minutes tops before she's back. But it's been 30. No sign of her. Now he's worried. If she gets caught in another trap, she's toast. And Callum probably ends up with 10 holes in his chest. Fear creeps in. What if she's dead? What if his act of selflessness doomed him instead? Thankfully, the clumsy elf returns, barrel in hand. Or more like, she's dragging the damn thing. It's heavy. That's why she took her sweet time. Callum doesn't care anymore. He's just glad he's not going to die. They use the barrel to swap places. Callum then uses his wand, telekinesis. He lifts the barrel, moves it over the pressure plate, and boom! Detonates the trap. Huge explosion. Yrniel's jaw drops. She's speechless. Callum lives. Again. After all this, Callum decides it's time to take monsters and traps seriously. But here's the silver lining. His hourglass magic lets him distribute 10 stat points. For now, he throws them all into intelligence. If he plays it right, he can always stay one step ahead. But it's not perfect. He can't control when the ability activates, it only triggers after a life-threatening moment. And every spell cast burns action points. While he's deep in his thoughts, two goblins pop up, perfect test subjects. Calum smirks, let's dance. Hourglass triggers. First move, Fireball, 1 action point spent. Spells on a 5-second cooldown. When it ends, he casts again, second Fireball. Another point gone. His turn ends. Both fireballs hit, obliterate the goblins. Their bodies? Cooked. Calum theorizes, max damage potential equals 4 fireballs per turn. The elf? Absolutely swooning. She points out how he casts fast, and without incantations. She feels useless. Apologizes for being dead weight. He agrees. Kind of. But hey, she's an elf. She's got potential. He asks about her jump height. She says 4 meters. Bro's shocked. This girl qualifies for the WNBA. She's got Michael Jordan hops. Her agility stat must be insane. To test her further, Calum hands her a bow from a dead goblin. Turns out, she's used one before. She loved archery in the fairy forest. Now she's got a role. She's happy to be useful. Calum? Not so lucky. All he's got is a growing wand collection. Dude's about to become General Grievous. Suddenly, tension spikes. Yrniel senses something. Calum turns. Nothing. Too dark to see. He thinks she's joking, but she explains she heard something far off. That sparks a thought. She's an elf. Heightened senses. He tells her to close her eyes. She's confused, but obeys. Calum tosses stones into the distance. Asks her how many. Where? Yrniel nails it. Exact number, exact location. She's got a unique skill. Sound mapping. Then he asks, how many people are following us? Her answer? 4. That's bad. Really bad. They're outnumbered. Calum knows this could get ugly, so he chooses stealth. Tells her to run. They hide. The two of them sneak around the corner, waiting, a puddle between them and the enemy's path. Footsteps approach. Calum and Yrniel brace. Then, Calum steps out, face to face with the enemy.